talented individually, but it's a good fit with the other 4 players on the court.
Packed house in the ballroom at Baha Mar, and Texas Tech wins the opening tap. Tony Padilla, Bert Smith, Deldre Carr, your officials. The Red Raiders' lone blemish, a loss in Big Ten country against the Illinois Fighting Illini last week. Christian Anderson comes up short on the night's first attempt. Here comes C.J. Cox going coast to coast, and he misses the left-hand layup.
Good job by Anderson not slapping down on that drive to shot. Just went up vertically, held his ground. Allowed to do that.
Graham McCaslin electing to bring Lawan Watts off the bench tonight and putting Luke Bamboye in that starting spot. J.T. Toppin misses his first attempt from the outside, just 1 for 10 from three-point territory this season. And Trey Kaufman-Renn lights the lamp.
Unusual shot, but he's very effective with it. That time almost 12, 13 feet out on the floor. Nothing but net.
4th game of the season for Trey Kaufman-Renn, who missed the first 2. And all he's done is post 3 double-doubles all 3 times he's been out there. Limited to 26 minutes and some foul trouble last night. Anderson finds Toppin. He'll let it fly from deep again, and this time he misses everything.
And, you know, I think Purdue is very happy to have Toppin shoot a bunch of threes tonight. They'll give him that shot because he hadn't proved that he can make it consistently, at least not enough to win a ball game for Texas Tech.
Third all-time meeting between these programs, and the first since Texas Tech beat Purdue in the 2018 Sweet 16. The year before, the Red Raiders went all the way to the national title game and lost in overtime to Virginia. Braden Smith, topside Fletcher Loyer. Late in the clock here for Purdue. Smith underneath the free throw line, comes up short. A second effort for the Boilermakers. Smith stepped out. Braden Smith, it was so puzzling to see him struggle to score the basketball. Just 2 of 14 from the field last night. Still wound up with 11 assists.
And one thing teams are doing, they're trying to put a little longer defender on him, take away some of his vision. And again, from watching film, it seems like when he goes right, he's looking more to score. Going to his left, looking more to kick, or a 2-man game to drop pass to the big man.
Nice no-look feed. Bamboye wasn't ready for it. Ripped away by Trey Kaufman-Renn, and he's fouled.
Bamboye, you say, what? Foul? I had my hand caught in there. I couldn't get it out. He almost took it out of the socket, it looked like. Just couldn't control the lob pass. Kaufman-Renn gets hold of it there. He's got his arm.
You know, the Boiler Ball official Purdue X account today said, pace yourself, Boiler fans, earlier with this late East Coast tip time, almost 10 p.m., and this place absolutely packed with Purdue faithful. They have all poured down from the Midwest. Fletcher Loyer couldn't finish. Trey Kaufman-Renn recalibrates and missed it. Some good looks inside. An empty trip for Purdue as Texas Tech looks for its first points. Petty on a pocket pass. J.T. Toppin right over the top of Oscar Clough for the Red Raiders' first points.
That's his game. He's got to get down the low post and use that soft touch, long arms, that left hand. Does a great job going to the right shoulder when he's got his back to the basket.
Texas Tech bringing Watts and Petty off the bench early in this basketball game. Watts has the assignment of Trey Kaufman-Renn. What a breakout campaign he had a year ago, and Watts is whistled for the reach-in foul.
J.T. Toppin averaging almost 24 points on the year, 12 rebounds, and this is his move, that little soft hook going to the left side. I was talking to the official, Tony Padilla, before the game there while we were standing out getting ready for the pregame, but asking him about how do you defend a player when they just back you in like Kaufman-Renn can do. He says, you're allowed to put the forearm in the back. I remember when they used to call that a foul, the forearm. He said, no, they changed it about 5-6 years ago. As Cox makes a pull-up jump shot, give Purdue a 4-2 lead. But he said, you're allowed to put that forearm. He said, guys just don't defend very well using that.
Well, for C.J. Cox, it was the X factor for Purdue last night. On an evening where Braden Smith struggled to score it, Cox had a season-high 18 points, 4 trays. Donovan Atwell cans the three for Texas Tech.
Atwell needs to get off the mark like with that basket. He struggled a little bit last night, took some quick shots, and he didn't really get the playing time that he's used to.
Foul trouble limited him to 17 minutes, but that's his 233rd career tray as Cox is on target from the mid-range again.
Cox is playing very well in this tournament.
A sophomore from Lexington, Massachusetts, with 4 straight for Purdue. Jalen Petty sets up JT Toppin, and he left that one short. Such a fascinating matchup down low tonight. JT Toppin, Oscar Clough were the top 2 double-double machines in college basketball last year. Braden Smith connects on a fadeaway, and Purdue with 4 straight.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. Again, going to his right, though, looking to score.
Toppin can't silence the Purdue faithful. Loyer finds a crease and foul. Okay.
Yeah. I don't
never
collect.
purchased one of your own cards
No,
like Braden
I don't
Smith's trying to
cards,
do. In all fairness, it's a pretty cool card.
It's a nice
that
card,
Fletcher
yeah.
Loyer collaborated
One
on.
of one, too. You know the value's got to be way up there. Plus, you were talking about the NIL money. Concessions from T-shirt sales and all those kind of things. Purdue fans, Braden Smith is one of the top with his T-shirt, name on the back, picture of his plane.
Well, Fletcher Loyer is almost automatic at the free throw line. Has only missed 1 this season. And the Boilermakers have scored 6 straight points. Daniel Jacobson in the game for Purdue. The 7'4" center didn't play much last night. Petty. And horseshoes off the rim. Watts in among the trees. Grabs a second effort. Atwell. You bet. Donovan Atwell's second early triple.
Good fake by Watts that time, too. Got the offensive board. Looked at Anderson on the right side. Instead threw it left to Atwell. Gave him plenty of time to get set.
Donovan Atwell, the last 3 seasons at UNC Greensboro, where he became one of the best and most accomplished three-point shooters in the country. Loyer gives it up. C.J. Cox got a 3.
Yeah, you got to find him. A guy makes 1 or 2 shots, okay, fine, but then you got to take him off that spot. Don't allow him just to get so comfortable. You saw him do it last night. Once he gets going, he's a great shooter.
7 of Purdue's first 13, courtesy of C.J. Cox. Toppin finds Atwell on a sidestep. He launches and hits. Donovan Atwell with 3 early trays. Texas Tech keeping pace with Purdue. He's got that look in his eyes right now.
Yeah, much more focused than he was last night.
Donovan Atwell matching his point total from all of last night. Now a moving screen on the big fella Jacobson.
Donovan Atwell with a good kick from Watts. The left hand, nice and smooth rotation. Nothing but net, and then a little deeper on the left side. Same result.
Texas Tech, they have been one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. Knocked down 12 to get past Wake Forest last night. Knocked down 18 opening night against Lindenwood and set a single-game program record. Toppin finds Christian Anderson, and it pops out. Anderson 16 points, 8 assists last night. Ray Kaufman-Renn, that's right about his sweet spot. With the height advantage on LaJuan Watts. Count it, and 1. Second night of a back-to-back for both of these teams. And you don't do this very often in college basketball outside of events this time of year in conference tournaments. Petty's open. Toppin has the putback.
And Toppin may have got away with the same thing on that end against Jacobson. Kind of pushed him underneath the basket or walked him underneath the basket.
20's on the board in this top 15 showdown. Jacobson spoon feeds Fletcher Loyer. And he got it. Fletcher Loyer led Purdue with 20 points last night against Memphis. That's his first field goal of this game. Toppin across the floor. Atwell works it to Petty. Finds its way back to Toppin. The double comes again. Atwell lets it fly. His first miss off the back rim. And Benter able to save it in bounds for Purdue.
Purdue doing an excellent job rotating out of that double team in the low post.
Meyer. Book it. Five points off the bench for the freshman from Israel.
Had only been shooting 38% coming in this game, but knocking him down with a lot of confidence tonight.
Toppin's missed all three from back there. Purdue basketball.
I don't know about that call. I'd like to see that if we would get that on tape, because the player looked like he was out of bounds, and if the ball's still live, you can't throw the ball out. Let's see here on the rebound. Again, just kind of lost it. Still in.
Oh, it may have hit Benter's leg on the way back down.
Yeah.
Graham McCaslin electing not to challenge. Loyer has it knocked away. Atwell to steal. He'll let it fly. And missed his last two after connecting on his first three. Braden Smith skips it. Loyer. Great Kaufman-Wren. A second chance for the Boilermakers. C.J. Cox. Timer dwindles to single digits. Kaufman-Wren has a goaltend, putting the finishing touches on the 2025 Baha Mar Hoops Bahamas Championship. Anderson. It bounces in. A shooter's touch.
Yeah. He's got a good touch. Got a good shot. Purdue gets the ball to a side. They like to keep it over there, but Anderson did a good job of bringing back to the middle and set that high pick.
77 trays for Christian Anderson as a true freshman last season. Remember, Texas Tech, they were so close to a Final Four. Florida came storming back in the Elite Eight game, and the rest was history. Braden Smith thanks the basketball heavens as he finally connects from the outside in Nassau.
Both hands to his head, kind of like, finally I made a shot.
2 for 14 last night and 1 for 6 from the perimeter. 5 points in the first half for Braden Smith. Purdue has opened a 6-point lead. Anderson feeling it. Missed this one off the front rim. It's taken by C.J. Cox. Smith across the floor. Loyer feeds Jacobson. Backing in a Quintook, and he scores.
I think Jacobson's going to be a real plus for this Boilermaker team. You know, he was injured a lot last year, didn't play as much, but he's healthy now, getting a little bit stronger. A real good backup in the post.
Anderson zigzags, fades, fires, then missed it. Smith with a head of steam. C.J. Cox, sidestep three. Book it. Timeout, Texas Tech. Purdue has grown the lead to... And the final 50 seconds of the first half, Purdue a very strong close to the opening 20. Well, 5 minutes left of the first half. I was about to say, man, it didn't feel like it, but you never know. We've done a bunch of games here the last 2 nights. All right, the double comes on Trey Kaufman-Wren. Across the floor, he finds Cox. A bounce pass to Jacobson. 2 to shoot. Loyer, step back, on the money. Fletcher Loyer drills the 3, and it's 11 straight for Purdue.
Yeah, those hurt, too. When you've done a good job defensively with the rotations, the clock gets down to 2, and he knocks one down.
Anderson across the floor. Petty's open. Can't hit. And J.T. Toppin whistled for an over-the-back foul. They have frustrated J.T. Toppin the first 16 minutes of this game.
But Texas Tech had done a real good job. Shot clock was down at 1 there, you see, when the ball was in the air. Fletcher Loyer liked the shot.
Loyer got another one. The three-point marksman, well over 200 in his Purdue career. And the Boilermakers have stretched it to 17 with a 14-0 run. Anderson flips it. Petty into the paint. Nothing coming easy on this end for Texas Tech. And they throw it away.
Starters or reserves, they're very capable of going on these types of runs. They're a physical team too.
Juan Watts handles Trey Kaufman-Renn inside, and he scores over the top of him. 8 first-half points for Trey Kaufman-Renn. And it's 16 straight for Purdue to grow the lead to 19.
It's a really unusual shot, but I mean, it is very effective.
Texas Tech is all out of sorts on that end.
Kaufman-Renn gets in the low post. That right arm kind of extends, which Watts is kind of in a bind there because he's so strong backing him down. But the ball and the rotation on the ball doesn't have much spin, and so but it's still real soft when it hits up there on the rim.
The fan favorite, Trey Kaufman-Renn, draws 2. It's tapped in the air and taken by Texas Tech. Just the 4th Purdue turnover of the first half.
And there you saw the adjustment. Tech went to a double team. It was a little delayed getting there, but they did double, force the turnover.
Final 2.5 minutes of the opening 20. Baha Mar Hoops championship and a reach-in foul.
I think that's what you got to do too. If there's a switch where Kaufman-Renn gets played out on the floor defensively, you got to go at him, try to draw those fouls, or use your quickness to go by him.
Trey Kaufman-Renn leads to a nice ovation. His 114th game in a Purdue uniform tonight. Oscar Clough back in. As is Jack Benter. Texas Tech haven't scored in almost 5 minutes. Anderson stops and starts, peels back, another miss. Purdue, the preseason #1, briefly #2, but after going to Alabama and beating the Tide in Tuscaloosa last week, back at that #1 spot. Benter drives and scores. 18 straight for Purdue.
Another example of a bench player coming in and giving a big boost offensively. You just can't rest on the defensive end.
And this is a terrific all-around effort. Atwell can't silence the crowd. Atwell opened 3 for 3 from the outside with 3 misses since then.
Yeah, I don't think you want to just continue to shoot jump shots though.
Braden Smith flips it back to Clough, and it bounces home. And it's an absolute masterclass being put on by the nation's top team. 20 straight points for Purdue. No answers for Texas Tech. Watts in trouble, and he throws it away. The Boilers are putting together a clinic. All right, coming up, it's AT&T at the half. Kiana Martin, Wally Zerbiak, Chris Walker, Gary Parrish. I'd imagine we'll be talking a lot of Boiler Bowl.
On the other hand, though, you got to look at Texas Tech. I mean, they had a really tough game last night. They were the last game, so they were up really late. Not making excuses, but just the reality. Purdue seems a whole lot fresher. Of course, when you're up this big, you have a tendency to play with a little bit more energy.
Braden Smith operates downhill and took an extra step.
Good team.
Well, the Purdue fans who've been waiting all day for this title game brought the energy the opening 20 minutes. Now the Boilermakers trying to finish off Texas Tech here in the final 20. It's Trey Kaufman-Renn opening the second half scoring.
Percentage-wise, they shot worse from the free throw line, only 66%.
It doesn't happen very often. Double figures for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Donovan Atwell comes up short. Long rebound and a collision finally taken by Purdue. The hustle from Trey Kaufman-Renn. That's why they love him up in West Lafayette. Loyer. Bamboye and
Else is playing so well, shooting so well, and defensively. He clogs up a lot of space in that middle.
Oscar Clough led college basketball with 22 double-doubles last year at South Dakota State. Only has one through his first 5 games with Purdue. Tyree Bryan, quiet first half. Can't hit his first attempt to the second.
What Tech's trying to do is they're trying to draw the double down low and then space players at the top in the corner, but Purdue's doing an excellent job of recovering once that ball is kicked out.
C.J. Cox. And another tie-up. This time it's Petty and Clough. And this time the possession arrow keeps it with the Boilermakers.
Clough got away with the push off that time. And Boye floated across the lane. Watch on the rebound down here to the right. He just pushes him off right there. Sends him to the floor. He's strong.
Loyer off the inbound. Oscar Clough, the stick back slam.
Yeah, Bamboye was out here on the wing trying to contest that shot. None of the little guys are going to be able to stop Clough from going to the glass.
A strong start to the second half for the senior from Australia. J.T. Toppin gets downhill. Anderson's open. Another one-and-done trip for Texas Tech. Smith. Last touched by Texas Tech. Oscar Clough, you said he's been quiet. Not here in the first couple minutes of the second half.
Yeah, watch him going to the offensive board. He could have stood there and watched, but instead was very active. Played above the rim there.
Anna's got more on the big man.
Well, basketball was never the plan for the Australian native Oscar Clough. He swam and played rugby growing up. He didn't pick up a basketball until he was 15 years old. Found out he was pretty good after high school. Had zero plans to pursue the sport. He was actually working in a metal factory 40 hours a week and just getting up shots for fun with a semi-pro team in Australia. A mentor of his said, hey, you should try to pursue this. Pointed him to the U.S. and he decided to give it a shot, went the JUCO route, ended up at Purdue, and Clough told me, hey, being a D1 player in America is a lot more fun than working in that metal factory.
It all started with a couple junior college seasons, Cochise in Arizona for a couple of years, then to Washington State, last year at South Dakota State, and now is a real shot at a deep run in March with the nation's top team. All Boilermakers here in the Baha Mar Hoops Championship, and a reach-in foul on Purdue. It's the second on the Boilers this half.
Working in a metal factory, he must have been bending that metal. That's why he got so strong.
6'11", 255. Oscar Clough is a specimen out there. Donovan Atwell. 5 straight misses after he hit his first 3, and Texas Tech touched it last.
Tech's doing a good job in the rotations of getting the ball to the open player, but they're just not knocking down those shots.
Grant McCaslin trying to keep his team in it. Beautiful dish, and Clough detonates at the cup. Razzle dazzle for the Boilers. They keep pouring it on in the Bahamas. And an offensive foul. Braden Smith. 3 minutes, 15 seconds out of halftime. And this lengthy run put together by the Boilermakers to close the first half has bled into the early moments of the second. Not really letting the Red Raiders feel like they can get back in this game. Oscar Clough spins on Toppin. An easy 2. Clough is cooking.
Yeah, and I think now you've got to maybe think about trying something else, maybe even a little earlier, where your man-to-man's not doing it. So try a zone. Memphis had some success when they went to a little bit of a zone last night. At least for a while, give it a try. A different look for the offense.
Toppin draws a foul. Been a frustrating night for JT Toppin. 2 of 7, just 5 points. And Oscar Clough, a low post clinic. This is textbook.
Yeah, a little spin play. Big guy, he's pretty agile. But look at the length of his arms as well. I mean, not just is he tall, but he's got long arms and good feel in the hands. He doesn't have to knock the ball down to catch it. He can actually catch it on the pass.
Anderson dribbles underneath. They double Lawan Watts. Nice touched by Fletcher Loyer.
For the number 5.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Baha Mar seemingly built for buzzer beaters, right? And Jeremy Roach Baylor beat St. John's on a buzzer beater last year in double overtime. Miles Colvin, we just showed you from Wake Forest earlier tonight. And Texas Tech, their woes continue out of the timeout, not realizing the shot clock situation.
Yeah, just lack of focus. I mean, I'm sure they drew up something knowing the shot clock was down at the timeout. So you walk off onto the court from the timeout and you don't get a shot.
Kind of puzzling. Second night of a back-to-back. Texas Tech fought to the very end. 1-point win over Wake Forest last night. Purdue has just been a few steps quicker in this game.
Yeah, and look at all the movement from the players. That first part of that offensive set, 4 guys were moving. Whoever had the ball was looking to pass and get a teammate a basket.
And a tough couple shooting nights for Lawan Watts, who was terrific last year at Washington State. Atwell will keep shooting, and he missed again. Now 3 for 9 from the perimeter, and he opened 3 for 3 from out there. Here's Jack Benter off the bounce. And a couple frees.
Better, but he's been a great supporting teammate.
Sure has. 18 points last night for C.J. Cox. Has poured in 10 in 21 minutes in this game. Texas Tech still hasn't scored in the second half. Toppin cleans it up. Finally, some points for the Red Raiders.
And they finally went inside with the basketball. They've been relying so much on the three-pointer, the perimeter shooting, which wasn't falling.
Loyer throws it away. Anderson open. Toppin, 4 straight. The bench, 1 more free throw for big Oscar Clough. His portal process was so interesting. His head coach last year at South Dakota State, Eric Henderson, who's at Drake now, called Matt Painter. He and Clough's junior college coach at Cochise in Arizona handled his recruitment in the portal.
Yeah, a little unusual. Your college coach is handling you going someplace else, especially when you're that good of a player. You know, if you're a problem, they may want to handle your recruiting.
Toppin sets the screen for Petty. He'll find the big man inside, and he missed the flush, but he was fouled on the way up.
He thought he
was coming out of the game. Grant McCaslin will keep him in there. He's gone to sit down on the bench as if he might be done for the night. Oscar Clough. He has owned this matchup in the second half, and he scores again.
We didn't call his name much that first half, but he's really turned it on this second half.
Sure has. 13 and 11 for the big man. JT Toppin sets the screen for Christian Anderson. And last touch. We were told differently. It's Purdue basketball, and it was a Matt Painter challenge. Texas Tech still has 1 timeout. Purdue all 3 of theirs.
One thing that's impressive about Purdue's offense too is watch how hard they cut coming off those screens.
A takeaway for Nolan Groves, seeing his first wins for Texas Tech last year, all the way to the Elite Eight. When you think about it, both of these teams left the end of last season heartbroken with the way their tournament games ended.
Got to use that as motivation to get ready for the next season if you're a returning player. Obviously, you feel bad for your seniors when it happens, but the players knowing they're coming back, not going to transfer, whatever, just going to work harder and kind of get them focused in on the goal, not to let it happen again.
Meyer steps back, and it rolls off. Petty. Out of bounds.
Again, you're down big, but still you want to continue to try to improve as a team. And Petty, the only one that touched the basketball, bringing it up the floor, takes the shot. Everybody else is standing around watching.
Big T talking Christian Anderson in this game for Texas Tech. The two leading returning